Welcome to the official opening day of SHOT Show 2022. I'm your host, Angela Blair, and I am standing in the new Product Center. As attendees enter the show, feel free to scan any product that interests you, where it will automatically upload to your SHOT Show mobile app, tell you where it's at on the show expo floor, and more information about it. I'd say that's a pretty helpful tool considering this is the largest SHOT Show expo in history.
I think it's great because everything's under one roof. If you're gonna go and look for anything that's industry related, be it shooting, hunting, outdoorsmen, law enforcement, knives, accessories, reloading equipment, it's all here. So you come to Las Vegas, you have a great time, but you also have fun coming in here and meeting with industry professionals, talking about the state of affairs with just the Second Amendment and all the other issues going around with this administration. But really, even with COVID, everyone's still taking safety precautions and we're still having a great time. Industry is very strong right now, and I think it's just a great time for everyone to come together. We didn't have it last year, as you know, so I think everyone's kind of in withdrawal from last year not having it. So I think it's a great time. Great to be back in the arena, in here, to walk around the main exhibit hall and to see all the people back. It's a wonderful time.
Expo is amazing with so many different vendors that they have here and so many new products. It's a really good experience to be out here and just kind of get exposed to some of those products and be able to touch and feel and try out different things and then talk to some of the manufacturers. So it's a super good experience to just get out here and be able to talk to some of these manufacturers. It really creates some unique products.
Wow, I mean, it's a lot of people out here doing great distribution. They're bringing out new products. I see a lot of new innovation, especially with like the shotguns and rifles. And where I come from, Maryland, that's really, really big. We're looking to get some more distribution where we're at. So this has been an awesome event, day one. And I'm excited.
Well, the expo is amazing because it's the world's largest firearm gun-related or a tactical war-related event. And we, as SCCY USA, SAR Sama's sister company, being in the industry since 1880, have the opportunity to showcase our products to the world.
Be knocking on doors and trying to present information time and time again of the unlawful command influence, the prosecutor misconduct.
You gave me strength to go on. So to my American family, thank you.
2010, I was convicted of a war crime.
And they put a CID agent on the stand who very proudly admitted to reaching out to a regional warlord.
Please, folks, please look up the plight of Lieutenant Clinton Lawrence, Army First Lieutenant.
There are millions more women gun owners since the last SHOT Show. I'm Allison Croft, and this year we are at the Pack-In Heat booth to talk more about that. Liz Cosera joins us now. This is a really exciting time for your company.
Oh, it is. With so many new women gun owners, this right here caters to them. So what we want is we want to empower women at the range. That's why this company was started. That is what we strive for. And this gives them something to kind of look forward to. And not only does it help because they are great electronic earmuffs, 23 decibel rating, great quality, lifetime warranty. But if you feel good and you look good, I feel like that empowers you so much.
Yeah, so show us some of the cool products that you have this year.
So this is our newest line right here. We call it the Luxe Collection. So we have our GG-inspired, LV, Chanel-inspired, and Burberry. So that's kind of, we love it. It's luxurious, it's beautiful to look at. We also have our top seller right here, it's Crystal AB. That is a definite showstopper. And then we have a big range. So basically we say, if you could think it, we can bling it. We have done custom earmuffs, Lady Liberty. For our retailers, we have done their logos on them, so that's great, so they could use at their range and everything. And we even do mags now. So really our cups, that is a top seller right now. Cups are a big thing, and we can do anything. We could do your logo on there, our gun logo on there, anything you can think we could do.
And this is beautiful, and it's customizable, and that's really important when you're talking to some of the people who are stopping by your booth.
Yes, no, and everything is handmade. So everything has kind of like our signature touch. So if you want anything, it's not like we have it in our warehouse. It's handmade in Tampa, Florida by 5 girls, and we put our love and heart into it, and you can tell by the product.
Beautiful. Well,
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much for talking to us about it. It's really cool to have you at this booth. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
In a world full of customization, one company stands alone. We're not talking about slapped together in some assembly line overseas. These are American-made, family-owned, and quality-built products. Producing the finest modern sporting rifle parts and accessories on the market, Timber Creek Outdoors provides premium products with a lifetime warranty and customer service. If you want custom for your AR, then get quality custom at Timber Creek Outdoors. Order online or find a dealer near you.
Keith Warren here, and I want to tell you about my modern sporting rifle. You know, I've got it tricked out with Timber Creek gear, and Timber Creek gear not only makes your rifle pretty, but it makes it more functional. I want to tell you, of course, you got the buffer tube, and then the pistol grip, and the ambi safety, of course, the mag release, and the beautiful, beautiful hand grip. If you have a modern sporting rifle and you want to customize it for you with functional equipment, it's lightweight, you can't beat Timber Creek.
In addition to the latest products and technology in the industry, SHOT Show offers education sessions to help you explore better management practices and new ways to make your retail or shooting range business thrive in the most competitive and regulated marketplaces. With me to preview all that SHOT University has to offer at this year's SHOT Show is NSSF's Managing Director of Member Services, John McNamara. John, what are some of the topics that you guys are discussing at this year's SHOT University?
Yeah, so our retailers and ranges gave us feedback ahead of this year's SHOT Show on topics that they wanted to learn about, and marketing was at the top of that. So we've actually got one of the marketing sessions going on right now. We're going to talk about traditional marketing, social media marketing, and how to reach some of these new young generation shooters that have just entered the marketplace in the last year. In addition to marketing, we're going to talk about compliance, which is always a really important topic to folks. You know, how do we remain compliant? How do we make sure that when the ATF comes that we're going to pass an audit and be able to stay in business? So those are just a couple. We're also going to talk about exploring new markets. So the Used Gun Workshop is a really great course to help folks understand how used guns could become a good center of revenue for their business, especially this year when new products have been really hard to get your hands on. Being able to understand the used product marketplace is going to be important for folks. So that's just a few that we have.
Wow, incredibly valuable information. What have you heard from past attendees of SHOT University?
Yeah, so the folks who come out to the SHOT Show try to make education a part of their plan every year. What we try to do here is provide them with education that they can take home and put into action right away. You know, there is some conceptual stuff, but really it's about practical knowledge that they can go back, talk about with their teams, and employ immediately. And that way, you know, they can see that return on investment from coming out to SHOT Show and dedicating some of their time here at SHOT Week to these educational sessions.
Wonderful. And if someone wants to sign up for a session, how can they do that?
Yeah, educational registration is open right up until the sessions start. So for anybody who hasn't signed up yet, they can still come right up here to Hall 3, right outside the education room, and there's a quick registration desk where they can sign up for any session of their choice.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, John. And we hope you'll take advantage of these invaluable SHOT University sessions. We'll be right back.
Each new year brings new opportunities to serve others, lead by example, and light the way for those around you to earn their respect by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Start the new year with a lineup of Ram trucks built to serve.
I'm Allison Croft. We're at Sky Firearms booth right now. Chris Serino is joining me to talk about some of the new products that you have this year at SHOT Show.
Yeah, we have some new things coming out. It's very exciting for us. We had our first range day yesterday and it was super successful, so we're so glad to be here.
So what made it so successful?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got new products that we launched and the crowds were just a little bit smaller, and so the steady flow was easy to manage with everybody, and everything we had worked great.
So you have some of these new products. Tell us about them.
Absolutely do. So the first thing that everybody's been talking about since the last SHOT Show, which has been some time, is our DVG. It stands for David vs. Goliath. It is our entry pistol into the striker-fired market. So this is one of them here. Now heretofore, no one has seen them in colors. So SCCY's been wildly popular for their colors on pistols, and you can see that we have a wide variety. I mean, they're all over the booth. We don't have everything right here, but this DVG is the first one anybody's seen in white, and you can get it in all the popular colors. One of the things that's also special about it is we're no longer shipping them with red dots mounted on them. So we've gone to a red dot ready configuration. So we retain the rear sight. We have a cover plate that is in a shield footprint, because everybody wants to know what the footprint is for the red dot. So that's a shield footprint cut out, and we have great colors.
You have a lot of colors here.
We have a lot of colors.
And the colors and the price point is what makes this so popular.
Right. MSRP on this specific pistol is $339, and so you're going to see it around $300 on the market. So the other thing that we're really excited about is our CPX line has always been popular. I mean, it's the price point on these pistols. MSRP on the CPX is $269. That's MSRP. So this is what we've been producing, the SCCY CPX. This is a 2. This is the latest, greatest. This is our Generation 3. This is our new CPX 3. So there's a lot of changes going on here. We've made a lot of improvements, and not just aesthetically, but ergonomically friendly. We've made a lot of changes, and we can get some aftermarket products on them now. So the CPX, we reduced the grip size. So front to rear, the reach is very different. We've added a piece of Picatinny rail to the front so people can put the popular lights and lasers on there. The other thing about the grip is on our safety model, we've taken away the shroud. Some people complained about the shroud actually hitting into their knuckles while they were shooting, so we made the safety profile smaller and we got rid of the shroud. Some of the stippling is all new and people seem to really like it. Everybody liked it at the range. Going from there, we've got the trigger. The trigger is now metal. We used to have a plastic trigger. We now have a metal trigger, and the engineers have clocked it 6 degrees rearward. So we've got reduced reach, we've got metal trigger. We've recut the slide. The slide is completely different from what it used to be, and you can see how we had that octagonal cut. So we've got a more modern looking slide on top, the square cut. It gives us a couple of opportunities. One is we've added the Roebuck Quad Lock, which is a self-indexing, self-centering type of method for putting the barrel in the same spot for every shot. So we get a little more accuracy out of that. It's also flat on top. Now we can cut for the G43 sights. So we got the Glock 43 sight cut. So if people want to change their sights, they can. Previously, they couldn't change the sights. And again, we're doing it with the red dot cutout configuration with the shield footprint.
So you have a lot of new stuff. People need to come and check out this booth for sure.
Yep, so there's a lot of innovation going on at SCCY.
Great. Chris, thank you so much for talking with me.
I'm glad you were here.
We appreciate it.
We celebrate the outdoors.
We cherish time with our loved ones.
We thank those who taught us.
And we pass it down to the next generation.
We have a love affair with nature.
We feed our families.
We enjoy time with our friends and family.
We are conservationists.
We give thanks to God.
We never miss a sunrise.
We love this land.
And we protect her.
We are Pursuit.
We are Pursuit.
We are Pursuit.
and we deliver the outdoors.
No matter how you look at it, this firearm is different. Meet the VRF-14, a truly one-of-a-kind, made-in-America firearm from RIA USA. The VRF-14 measures 26 inches in length, and of course, it's compatible with all VR Series 9 and 19 round mags. Add a foregrip and sling, and suddenly, you're the envy of everyone at the range. The VRF-14 from RIA USA. Just try not to stare. Introducing the STK-100, Rock Island Armory's first striker-fired pistol. Let's break it down. Chambered in 9mm, it has 17-round capacity and a textured grip that's angled like a 1911 to give you more control. Here's the kicker. The STK-100 is compatible with most aftermarket parts, and unlike other striker-fired pistols, this one is made of metal. The STK-100, the advantages of metal for the price of polymer. Get yours.
With this year's expansion into the new Caesars Forum, SHOT Show 22 is the largest ever, and attendees are noticing the incredible size and scope of this year's event.
I normally walk 8 to 9 miles a day in here. Now I'm probably walking 10, 11 miles a day. The good thing is I got an early start, got a good breakfast, and I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna walk as much as I can. I got the whole week to see it as much as I can.
Size and scope is just enormous, right? So I've been to plenty of other conferences here and expos here in Las Vegas, and this show by far is one of the largest, and the expansion over to the Caesars Forum just makes it that much larger than before.
It's simply the world's largest event. I try to walk around. I don't think I was able to walk about 20% of it, and I was tired. I had to stop. There's downstairs, upstairs, I'm at main floor right here. It's insanely large.
Today I've only been on a floor and a half, and it is unlike anything I've ever seen. I think they did awesome with some of these displays. They're really gravitating you in, they're pulling you in. They have reps out, it's enough people, they have products, they're doing giveaways, and I just think that it's phenomenal, and the size of it is astronomical, and it's exactly what we needed for being a year off.
Lots of new products this year at SHOT Show. I'm Allison Croft at the Gators Eyewear booth with Scott Melton to talk about some of the new products. Thanks for talking with us about this. So what do you have this year?
So this year we're releasing a couple different products. Right here we got right here is a lens technology, which is a shooting lens which we developed to have high contrast. This lens will have a good contrast between different backgrounds with silhouettes. It really highlights the oranges and red for target shooting. So it gives you that faster target acquisition without having to struggle to try and find the target in different landscapes in the background.
And so that's new this year for people to come and check out.
Yes, so this is a new technology. We're launching it actually here at SHOT Show, so it's the first time we're releasing it to the public here at SHOT Show this year.
That's got to be exciting. People liking coming by and seeing the product?
Yes, for sure. So as an experience, you can come by, you can look at it, you can put them on, you can look at the different colors and contrasts and see the difference of how the colors start jumping out and can differentiate between different backgrounds.
Very interesting. And you also have another product that you are showing off this year too.
Yeah, so this year, the end of last year, we launched a new frame model actually, which is our Spectre, which has a larger orbital, better coverage, a flatter front, integrated some new design aspects into it, doing some cutouts and release, which actually lightens the frame up. We also did a new feature, which is a step over here, which keeps peripheral light from coming in and so getting glares on the inside. So traditionally how a lot of the glasses have been, they have a light gap here when the hinge mates, so we actually machined in a special groove here which covers that. So this year here at SHOT Show, we're actually showcasing and launching the mirror collection of this, so we have it in different mirror colors for this.
And how has it been seeing people and being back here and showing off the product?
It's been great to get out and get back to see the customers and get to talk to them, get their feedback. It's been a great experience so far.
Well, great. Well, thanks for showing these off to us. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Start 2022 with a bang by easily selling your firearms online without the upfront cost. Guns.com is on the cutting edge of selling guns online, making it easier to get your inventory in front of a wider net of potential buyers. We are not only focused on increasing online sales, but on building a community with storefront dealers like you. When you partner with Guns.com, you get to outsource all the order processing to our team. Our sign-up process is quick and painless, taking only a few minutes. No contracts or long-term commitments. Guns.com has the fastest inventory upload process in the industry. Once you confirm inventory, we take care of the rest of the sales process, from securing transferring FFLs to providing shipping labels. Visit us at booth 14152 to learn more about the easiest place to sell guns online.
In addition to SHOT University, the Law Enforcement Education Program, sponsored by Law Enforcement Today, is another opportunity for attendees to learn from experts in their field, approaches to protection measures, and practical execution. One of those experts is Executive Director of Law Enforcement Today, Kyle Reyes. Kyle, what is the Law Enforcement Education Program?
You know, Angela, the Law Enforcement Education Program is all about bringing those who are in the law enforcement arena up to speed on some of the changes that are happening in this industry. We have seen such huge shifts both in the firearms industry and the law enforcement field over the last couple of years, and a lot of people are struggling to figure out where it's all going and how we got to this point.
Yeah. What are some of the topics being discussed at this year's LEAP sessions?
Yeah, we're talking about everything from advanced training for law enforcement to navigating the digital age and trying to figure out how to roll with the changing climate and culture in law enforcement. And one of the main reasons that those who are in this field should come to this is because there are tools and resources available, whether they be through companies or through organizations like Law Enforcement Today, that they may not even be aware of. And so as we continue to see the spreading changes in the climate of America and everything from defund the police to changes in technology, the men and women who attend these seminars have a great opportunity to learn about new tools and resources for their agencies.
That's amazing. And aside from what you just said, there's so many benefits. What other benefits would you say people will gain by coming to these LEAP sessions?
So the men and women in law enforcement tend to be very focused on their own area, their own community, their own agency, and you kind of pigeonhole yourself into what your agency has always done. By coming to the LEAP program, the men and women who attend this have an opportunity to connect and network with individuals from all over the country to learn lessons and opportunities and experiences from agencies in very, very different arenas and cities and towns and communities than their own.
Awesome. Well, be sure to check it out. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Allison Croft at FN, where they just launched a new product. Chris Johnson joins us now to tell us a little bit about this. This is really exciting. This just launched.
Yep, just within the last few hours. Yep, so what we have here is the brand new FN High Power. It is a modern interpretation of the old classic High Power that was made in FN for over 80 years. So we've taken a lot of time and energy to go through and kind of update it for today's, shooting standards. Yep.
And because this is hours old of being launched, what are you hearing from people that are seeing it?
We've had a tremendous reception so far. Great people have come by to kind of give us feedback on, tell us what they've liked, what we've done with the product, how the updates we've made. They've been tasteful, they've been respectful for the old design, but they've made them, more relevant for today's shooters.
So talk a little bit about what makes them more relevant.
Oh, sure. So first things first, we paid a lot of respect and homage to the original design. It looks like a high power, but when you really get a hand on it, it feels like a modern gun. The edges have been contoured. It just kind of wants to pull your hand into it. It's like a magnet. The second thing you'll notice is that it has a little bit longer grip frame. This has a 17-round magazine. New capacity, never been done on the high power before. The original high power was a 13-round gun, which in the 1920s and 30s was revolutionary at the time. So keeping up with today's standard, we wanted that higher capacity option for, longer, fun shoots at the range. Moving on, we've redesigned the beaver tail, redesigned the hammer to where you eliminate the nasty hammer bite that was the problem with the old gun. And then, just going through, making it more reliable and more durable for today's shooting standards.
Right. Well, that's very exciting that it's launching here at SHOT Show.
Yep, absolutely.
Great. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Credova is the leading 2A-friendly outdoor recreation buy now, pay later consumer financing solution, offering multiple financing options to shoppers with 4 payments, no interest, long-term financing, and 0% APR promotions. Whether you're a brick-and-mortar retailer, have an e-commerce store, or do your business on the road, Credova has you covered with accessible financing options for your customers. Credova merchants see up to a 3-time increase in average order value, a 51% increase in overall sales volume, and a 72% increase in conversion rates. And Credova is trusted by these industry leaders. Sign up with the leader in buy now, pay later financing for shooting sports to see what Credova can do for your business. Visit us at booth number 41948 to get started. Credova. Think adventure.
Eric from BestTech US Service here with a rundown of BestTech knives. BestTech is a worldwide company, manufactured in China, but it doesn't stop there. BestTech utilizes designers from around the world like Ostapel, Kombu, Hod Knife and Tool, and many, many others. And not to mention that they have service representation in Europe and in the United States territories. BestTech uses steel from around the world, like for example, Bowler M390 from Germany. Not to mention US-based CPM steels and micarta products from US-based sources. So BestTech, truly a worldwide company. BestTech commits to delivering the absolute finest knives, best action and value for what you get. Whether it's the BG budget line, BL mid-grade, BT premium knives, BFK fixed blades, and the Zin Care line of kitchen knives, BestTech delivers high quality and value. So if you're interested in checking out BestTech knives, take a look at besttechknives.com. BestTech knives, simply the best.
The COVID-19 pandemic forced SHOT Show to take the year off at the start of 2021, but now back bigger and better than ever, SHOT Show attendees and exhibitors alike couldn't be more thrilled to be back in person again.
Anytime you're out and walking around and in the fresh air and getting to see people that you probably haven't seen in a couple years, it's good. It's really, really good because it makes you feel like the industry can get close again.
Just getting out of a house anymore is a big deal. And to get out and see your cohorts, people like-minded, really helps the spirit. There's no question that we're all here smiling. It's not like everyone's been for the last 20 months, 24 months.
Well, it's just good to be out. It's good to be out. We have a beautiful day. You're able to breathe and meet people and hug people again. It's really nice. And so that part is probably the highlight of this event.
With unprecedented demand for product, this industry is in an outstanding place. To talk more about the state of the industry is NSSF President Joseph Bartozzi. Joe, first describe what is it like to be back in person for SHOT Show this year?
Well, it's fantastic. There was so much kind of pent-up demand for people to get back together and actually be face-to-face and communicate like human beings. We're meant to communicate. It's great. We've had great support from our exhibitors, from our attendees. and I got a lot of positive information from people about they're coming to the show, and it's going to be a good thing. So we're extremely excited about this.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy here. What are some of the trends that you're seeing in new products this year?
New products, we're seeing a lot of self-defense, home defense firearms, so subcompact pistols, modern sporting rifles, and shotguns for home defense. There's some activity in the hunting segments, but a lot of this is being driven by the desire of a lot of these new first-time gun owners to purchase firearms for personal or home defense.
Yeah, it's so important. Tell us about some of the current NSSF's initiatives that you guys are working on and you're trying to get the word out this year at the show.
Well, a couple of things, and I'll even go back to 2020 when NSSF got essential business status recognition for the industry. That was in 2020 when the pandemic started, to keep retailers and firearms manufacturers and distributors open for business. And that really changed everything. So then going into 2021, we certainly saw this trend of people buying firearms for a lot of different reasons. And then the ATF issue came up, right? The David Chipman nomination to be the head of ATF. And we knew that while it wasn't personal to Mr. Chipman, I don't even know the man, but he had made so many derogatory comments about gun owners and about the gun industry, and it had a very divisive way about him that we certainly couldn't support this. So we went ahead and made the effort to educate people on what a problem this would be for the industry in general. And we spent a lot of time and money, but the truth prevailed and Mr. Chipman's nomination was withdrawn. So that was a big deal. Of course, we're working right now on things like firearms industry discrimination in the banking sector. So we got legislation passed and signed into law in Texas. We had legislation passed in Louisiana, which was ultimately vetoed by the governor, but we're going to keep at it, and we're introducing in several more states what we call the Firearms Industry Non-Discriminatory Banking Act, or the FIND Act we call it. And it's really important because our industry is under pressure from banks that don't like what we do, and it's unfair. It's unfair that they should single out a lawful, constitutionally protected industry to be discriminating against. So we're working on those things pretty hard, and again, carrying the message about safety and education, suicide prevention. Project Child Safe's had a great year in terms of fundraising and delivering locks and safety materials all over the country and all 5 US territories. So we've been very, very busy, and now we have the celebration of our industry here in Las Vegas, and it's a wonderful thing.
That's incredible. Well, thank you so much, Joe, for what you do and what your organization does. I know I'm excited for day 2 of SHOT Show. We can't wait to see you back here tomorrow. I'm Angela Blair. Thanks for watching.